Shalom, everyone. If you're new to my station, I am the Hebrew Widow, the Hebrew Rose Jericho, coming at you with some judgment news. We did it. We did it, y'all. We did it. All praises to the Most High. We have been true and faithful to our mission. And let me tell you something. They are falling like flies. Do you hear me? Let's talk about Beelzebub first, who's operating through Klaus Schwab. He's been coming up in judgment news. Y'all know it. He's been coming up in judgment news. He stepped down the same day that the Pope died. He stepped down after being in his position at the top of the pinnacle for 50 years. I was like, what? Honey, you see how the Most High, not only that, Ron DeSantis.
In Florida, and the trail leads straight to Governor Ron DeSantis. And while it might sound hyperbolic, I say with total sincerity, this could be the end of his political career. Here's hoping. I'm David Reddish. Welcome back to Occupy Democrats. Ron DeSantis has become synonymous with the post-Trump Republican Party, both for his weirdness as a human being and, it's important to know that DeSantis opposed legalizing marijuana for recreational use in Florida last year. Have a look.
This amendment is being written to benefit this one big weed company. It is not meant to benefit you. It's not meant to benefit the state.
If the amendment passes, there would be more licensing opportunities available to diversify the market. Another big concern, DeSantis argues, is people smoking marijuana in public places.
That was DeSantis late last year, ahead of the ballot measure voting. The substance is already legal for medicinal use in Florida. But what does this have to do with the end of DeSantis? Getting there. This is a complicated story. The measure to legalize weed, which was opposed by DeSantis, failed. But almost immediately, questions began to arise regarding the funding of several outside groups also spending money in opposition to the measure. That includes Hope Florida, a charity run by DeSantis' wife. Take a look.
We provide you a lifeline of hope. At the end of the day, we want to help people who are suffering, and they do not know where to turn.
Hope Florida, an initiative spearheaded by First Lady Casey DeSantis.
We've gotten 30,000 people off welfare and saved the state of Florida $100 million.
But now it's under fire for possibly funneling money into political campaigns against Amendment 3.
At best, this was the inappropriate use of settlement dollars. At worst, this was fraud.
Y'all. Oh.
This looks, smells, and feels like an illegal coordinated scheme to use our tax dollars to fund political actions by Ron DeSantis.
However, Governor DeSantis argues that the legislature is stabbing voters right in the back.
None of these Republican leaders got elected on the platform that they were going to launch baseless attacks against the governor and first lady.
Did you get all that? In sum, Hope Florida, Casey DeSantis' pet charity, received $10 million, which was apparently a donation and which it sent to two political groups. Those two groups then, in turn, spent millions to oppose the marijuana measure.
Two groups. I bet one of them was AIPAC. Ooh!
DeSantis has claimed that the $10 million was a donation. So what does this mean for his political future? Check this out. The Miami Herald now reports that the $10 million sent to Hope Florida was actually part of a larger settlement with a Medicaid provider sent.
So you lied, Ron DeSantis. You said that it was a donation, but actually it was a settlement.
It was part of a larger $67 million settlement for overcharging taxpayers. That money, legally, was supposed to go back into the state coffers, but instead, it appears DeSantis personally diverted $10 million to his wife's charity.
Don't they call that embezzlement? So the state had a settlement. The money was supposed to go back to the taxpayers. But he said, let's just take a little bit off the top, like 10 million, and send it to my wife's charity. Oh, and he's the governor. He did that under the power of his authority as a governor. It smells like embezzlement to me. Anybody else that would have did something like that, anybody would have did something like that, they would have been sent to federal prison. But Ron DeSantis, the word magician, let me see how you get yourself out of this. Oh, this is juicy.
Take a look.
All right, so here's what I can basically say is that the state of Florida learned that they were being overbilled for Medicaid and that they were owed $67 million. And the Ron DeSantis administration told that company, and the Ron DeSantis administration told that company, and the Ron DeSantis administration told that company, okay, return $57 million to the Florida taxpayers and send $10 million to the Hope Florida Foundation. Now, under state rules and laws,
Oh, that sounds bad for you, Ron DeSantis. He says under state rules and laws. Oh, this is going to backfire on your ass. Yale graduate. Yale law school graduate. Let's see if you could get to be above the law this time.
to the Hope Florida Foundation. Now, under state rules and laws, you are supposed to reveal any details of a settlement with a company that you're returning money to the state of Florida to. They never reported the $10 million to Hope Florida Foundation.
So what you going to tell them? What you going to tell them? I forgot.
That came out later. From there, within days of the money going into the Hope Florida Foundation, a nonprofit, the money was then diverted to two political committees that then transferred the money to a third political committee.
Oh, that sounds like money laundering, doesn't it? Oh, y'all action committees, y'all political action committees like APAC, y'all are in trouble too. Oh, this sounds like RICO to me. RICO.
Keep Florida Clean, which was being run by then Governor Ron DeSantis' chief of staff, James Uthmeyer, who today is the sitting attorney general in Florida.
Wait a minute. He said the attorney general under the governor. Both of these people are supposed to be legal experts. So, you know, when they say, now Ron DeSantis, he has written tons of laws, you know, and then when they bust you out, you say, I didn't know. They say, oh, ignorance of the law is no excuse. These two will not have any excuses because they're supposed to be experts on the law. Ron DeSantis then wrote so many laws, and he got the attorney general, with this shenanigans.
And they used that money, it is believed, to fight the marijuana initiative. So to put it as succinctly as possible, money that should have been returned to taxpayers ended up in a political action committee controlled and designated by the governor to fight a political campaign. And the state house has been holding hearings. Nobody is willing to go as far as to say there's criminality for sure.
See, this is where we come in, STARSEED United. All of this evidence, you've seen all of this evidence in the charts and all of that. And nobody wants to say it's criminal, just like when Donald Trump robbed the whole world, cheated and scammed the whole world. Ooh, and now you got Ron DeSantis, where everybody's afraid to say that the governor and the attorney general, the one that, the enforcer, honey, he wouldn't have a problem enforcing anything against us. Believe that, because they hate the woke mob. Y'all, let's say this. I'm going to say this to you, Ron DeSantis. First of all, Starseed United, how do you find Ron DeSantis? Do you find him guilty of stealing $10 million, him and his wife? They swindled the state out of $10 million. How do you find them? I find them guilty as hell. I'm going to find them guilty in the courts of the Most High. Yeah, but you know what, you guys? I want to take a little pause here because he was the stop woke guy. So I want you all to say it. I am woke. I am woke. I am woke. And we kicked your ass. Ron DeSantis, you are a done deal. Yahweh enforce it in this 3D. Ooh, Geronimo! Y'all know what I'm talking about. He's skull and bones. They have Geronimo's bones, our forefathers' bones, in skull and bones. This is a done deal for all of y'all in skull and bones. Y'all are all under judgment. Ooh, I know if I just call the name, judgments will come. Father, bring judgment upon skull and bones and all of the wicked members. Yes, and all of that magic that they conjured up against your children, Father, using our forefathers' bones. Father, I reverse it. I take all of that, all of the conjuring. I take dominion over all of the conjuring. And I send it back at you, abracadabra. Y'all know it's going to happen. I don't know what we're going to see in the news tomorrow, but these judgments are happening so quick, I can't hardly keep up. But I want to keep talking because I'm going to be mentioning some names, honey. Because the Most High is hearing us right now at Starseed United. I'm so excited.
But in speaking to the chairman of the committee that's investigating this, a Republican chairman, mind you, he does say that the Department of Justice and the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Florida should look into this.
Y'all better look into it. This is going to blow up. Listen, if y'all don't look into it and bring charges and make Ron DeSantis and that attorney general above the law, it's going to be a big old shame on you. Y'all going to be brought up for judgment too. Oh, and let's not forget the wife who represents the Karens of the world. Yeah, because see, when it came to us, y'all were never fair. Y'all walked around with impunity, and the impunity, we already asked the Father to remove it. Let's double down, Father. Remove the impunity, Father. Abracadabra, playing those games, because they got friends on power seats that they can just turn the other way. They don't have to look into it. They can just turn away from it and let Ron DeSantis get away. That's the game that they play. But we can't get away with anything, especially in Florida where the reptilians thrive. All I can say, Starseed United, is they could not pull off the destiny swap. They could not pull it off. Ooh.
Because this was Medicare dollars, partly federal dollars that should have been returned to the state of Florida.
Federal and state.
And we're not. And there's a larger question here, too. Now, the governor has failed to actually address any of these issues. Hope Florida was the signature program by Casey DeSantis. And as you know, there's been a lot of speculation that Casey DeSantis wants to run for governor. And she was going to use her work with Hope Florida as the springboard, the launching pad to say, look at the good work I've done during my term as First Lady. I should be governor. Now, she hasn't declared, but there are people who think that she will. And she was going to use Hope Florida. That raises then the question of what does Hope Florida really accomplish? Hope Florida.
Y'all see that sign behind her? DeSantis country, honey. Colonizers, colonizers. See, they thought that they would be able to pull it off. And look at them now.
And the First Lady claimed that 30,000 Floridians have been moved off of welfare to being helped by private charities and religious groups. However, they haven't provided any support for any of that.
Don't she remind you of the one that ate doo-doo pie in The Help? Honey, she gonna be eating doo-doo pie.
In fact, the chair of the committee that I interviewed, a Republican from Pensacola, Alex Andrade, makes clear that there is no metrics by which they've been able to ascertain whether Hope Florida has actually worked.
So the bottom line.
The bottom line is that you lost. You couldn't do the destiny swap. Could you? You couldn't do the destiny swap. Ron DeSantis was one of our formidable enemies. And you know how we were talking about, just on a couple videos ago, about them always erasing our history. And he was spearheading, trying to erase our history again so that they could recolonize and steal our rulership and be much more evil than what this world would have ever known. And Hashatan wanted to pull off his rampage, and he couldn't do it. And they couldn't swap destinies with us. They couldn't do it anyway. Hashatan, you got this little 3D magic. Y'all been practicing, but we were asleep. We weren't connected. We weren't woke. But we are now. And the bottom line is that y'all couldn't pull off that destiny swap. That's why Klaus Schwab left y'all hanging. He's somewhere trying to figure out what's going to happen when they find him out. Because we asked the Father to strip all of you butt naked for all of y'all, you know, your rituals and shit and y'all magic and, you know, Skull and Bones, Ron DeSantis, you know what I'm talking about. All of that, all of those crimes are going to be found out, and Klaus Schwab just jump ship. That tells me that you couldn't pull it off. I knew you couldn't anyway, because the Father wrote it in the stars. The Father wrote it on the earth, what was going to happen. And we going to receive our rulership, y'all. I love you, Mother. I give you honor. I give you praise. I adore you above all. You led us on this mission. And you told me that they were trying to do a destiny swap on 4/20. And for us to do battle. And you spoke through me, Mother. And Father heard. He heard it. Ooh, and the universe reacted on Ron DeSantis again. You should have known better, Ron DeSantis. Now, see, this is where I get to gloat. I told y'all, I like to talk shit. I love it. When I win, with somebody trying to destroy my kingdom and I destroy theirs, oh yes. Yes, I like to talk shit in spades, domino, chess, all of that. And I can take when somebody, when somebody talks shit to me, I can take it. I can just, it just don't even bother me, but it bothers them. So I'm going to gloat because Mother told me that Ron DeSantis, she was the first one. See, this is when I was told that I was called to be a magician for the Most High. And I'm like, a magician? I never heard of that. I heard of missionaries and preachers and teachers and bishops. And I heard of all of that, but I never heard of a holy magician for the Most High. But that's what I was told. I knew it. I started doing some silly videos about magic because that's when I was told that I was a holy magician for the Most High God of Israel and that it was magic. It's like magic against magic. Yeah. And so anyway, y'all, Mother told me that they were trying to pull off that damn destiny swap. And Ron DeSantis, see his job, well, in the destiny swap video, if you go back and look at it, we're talking about how they stole our destiny before, how we were the rulers of the planet, and they destroyed all of the evidence of us being the rulers of the planet with halos. Yep, worldwide conspiracy to get rid of all of the evidence. And Ron DeSantis, he was like damn near might as well have some book burnings of shit, like Hitler. He was firing teachers and shit if they didn't say the right thing with his stop woke act. Yeah, and what was the other one, y'all? Critical race theory. And what is the other one? You know, you little racist serpent seeds. Y'all just worship Ron DeSantis. Y'all gonna go down with him, just letting you know. Just like you did before. When you sent Daniel Penny, if you sent him $1, when Ron DeSantis made him his racist mascot, y'all made Daniel Penny that murdered our bro star, Jordan Neely. Jordan Neely, this is for you. Yeah, he's looking down. He sees you all, and he's enjoying what he seen happening. When that happened, we cursed all of your finances. And look at you now. Y'all are upside down in your houses. You can't afford anything. You have lost businesses. All your little tourism is in the tank. Farmers are losing their farms. Why? Because you sent this wicked ass evil serpent seed, the violet one, Daniel Penny, $1 or more. You got cursed. That's what happened. Oh, and it just goes on and on how, Florida's been under judgment with hurricanes. Yep. Why? Because we are woke. And it's all going down now. Y'all see them falling like flies? They needed to do that magic for the destiny swap. We needed to claim our identity because they wanted to erase our history again like they did before. I never read this in history books, but the evidence shows that they had a worldwide conspiracy to erase our history. And that's what Ron DeSantis' part was in the destiny swap. They stole it before and they wanted to steal it again. And we stopped them because it's magic against magic. Oh, y'all, they're falling like flies. And since we're on the subject and I get to call people's names, and it seems like the next day or maybe even when I'm doing these videos and talking to the Father, if I call somebody's name, they're in trouble. Grady Judd, I haven't forgotten about the murder of the sovereign citizen. You represent the slave catchers. Oh, y'all just love. Oh, I heard you the other day. That migration thing. You were saying, yeah, we could catch about 5 of them. But, we need the federal government to help us so we can capture a whole lot of them. Ooh, that slave catcher spirit is just all over you. Guess what? Because I called your name and called out slave catchers just like you too will be facing judgment. And the Most High is going to remove the impunity that you've been riding with. You're going to pay. You know how y'all frame the felons? You have the little Karens to sniff them out for you. Does somebody look like a felon so that you could pin a crime on, with your plea deal, all of that stuff, all those shenanigans? all of that unfairness, keeping us at the bottom of the economic pyramid in a hamster wheel trying to survive. Well, anyway, all of that, well, we have suffered at slave kitchen. That's the Mayflower that came in after Christopher Columbus, and they just start coming over in the boatloads. Lower level serpent seed, the lower level ones from Europe. These are lower level serpent seeds, very low vibrational. That's why in Florida, they can actually kidnap our babies. Our forefathers and foremothers kidnapped their babies while they had them slaving in the fields in the hot sun and use our babies for alligator bait. Because they're the lower level serpent seed. We have to understand that. And all of you racists in Florida, all of you reptilians in Florida, all you serpent seed in Florida, you're going to go down with Ron DeSantis like you did before. Abracadabra. Nobody's getting away with anything. We are in the days of judgment. All praises to the Most High. We're on the right side of things. We are the winners, STARSEED United. We are on the right side of things. I told you, the Father has us all the way up to the heavens, all the way below the earth. From the east to the west to the north to the south, honey, the Most High got us surrounded. He's got our back. Along with our big brother Messiah, the King and God of this earth, you better believe it. We have won. Starseed all over the planet, the 12 tribes of Jacob, we have won our rulership. Judah, we won. We won, all you lions out there. Oh, this is going to be so short. You see, we asked the Most High God of Israel to shorten the days. You see how these judgments, boom, boom, boom. I can't even keep up with all of it. They are falling like flies. And we asked the Most High to do it that way. We said we wanted a peaceful transference of power. We wanted their judgments to be, a short period of time where they all go down. Just a short period of time. See them squirming under judgment. And then the Most High zap their asses out of here. Rapture all of them, even from the depths of hell. And the whole universe will celebrate with us. The whole universe. We're going to experience the love from the entire universe once this evil is removed. All praises to the Most High that He factored us in. We somebody on that chessboard. I don't know who we are, but I do know that the Most High God of Israel, I do believe we're the queen. That's what I believe. I believe we're the queen because the Most High have had us all over this chessboard, all throughout this pyramid for the last 2.5 to 3 years. And we have had victory after victory. Yes, and after all, I did find the Lion's Gate portal, didn't I? And the lion has no mane. So that is a lioness portal. All praises to the Most High. Father and Mother, once again, we thank you. We thank you for factoring us in. We thank you for anointing us and appointing us to discover Zion, a place where we could talk to the Father, the place where we could fight back, magic against magic. And Father, I see them falling like flies. It looked like you're going to give us our peaceful transference of power. Oh, Father, I am so excited when I looked at the news today and the same people that came up in the courts of the Most High are in big trouble, are just falling out of the game. I just rejoice and I'm exceedingly glad because I know what our future holds. I know what you promised to us. I know what we once had before when they stole our destiny. Father, I just want to thank you for judging those matters and bringing justice to the world. And Mother, we thank you, Mother. Thank you, Mother, for all of this holy wisdom, teaching us how to fight back. Magic against magic. Thank you, Mother, for informing us about 420. They might have pulled it off like they did before, but not so because of you, Mother. Not so because we were born in the stars on September 23rd, 2017. Not so. We're woke. We are the woke. Thank you, Father, for waking us up and connecting us back to you and our kingdom. And Kwam Yasharala, to our big brother, the Messiah, the King and God of this earth, that's combating them and whooping their asses in all the dimensions. Yeah, Kwam Yasharala, big bro star. Yes, all praises to the Most High. Father, I don't know. Because we named some names. Father, all the names that we named in this video, we ask you to bring judgment and justice. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. Starseed United, you know what to do. Give your Father praise and glory. Adore your beautiful mother and pledge your allegiance. Our big brother, the King and the God of this earth. That is the download that I have for you today. I am quite tired. Yeah, but I am so excited. We are the most powerful magicians on the planet. All praises to the Most High for all the victories that He gave us, and for Mother giving us the victories, and for our big brother giving us the victory. Yes, all praises to the Most High. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share all of this good news. Starseed United. Starseed United for life. Yes. Thank you so much for your gifts of love, your kind words. May the Most High bless you 1,000-fold for whatever your heart's desire. Abracadabra. Yes, until the next judgment news, your big sister, the Hebrew Widow, the Hebrew Rose of Jericho out. Shalom. All I can say is victory is sweet.
Shalom.